3:20 a.m. Maryland Shaughnessy didn't expect the worst of Tropical Storm Harvey to hit the Houston area until Sunday. But she opened a window Saturday afternoon to see a tornado bearing down on her house, AP reports. The tornado wound through the Houston suburb of Cypress, damaging several homes and buildings but causing no apparent injuries. Shaughnessy, a retired police officer, says she had her family run to their laundry room and wait out the tornado. Their house shook and framed pictures fell off the walls. It passed a few minutes later. Shaughnessy came outside to find small holes in her roof and wooden planks from her fence missing. Nearby, contractors toured the remains of a chimney off one home and sized up the broken windows of another. Shaughnessy says she plans to stay in her home through the next several days, when heavy rain and strong winds are in the forecast. A damaged home is seen in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey near Fulton, Texas. Credit EPA 2:01 a.m. Houston could receive as much as 2 to 3 inches 5 to 7.5 centimeters of rain per hour in the upcoming hours due to Tropical Storm Harvey, Mayor Sylvester Turner said on Saturday. We got a break for several hours during the day but several rain bands will be coming through tonight. Please be alert, Turner said on his Twitter account. 11:42 p.m. The National Hurricane Center says that what is now Tropical Storm Harvey is barely moving as torrential rains continue in Texas, AP reports. The center's afternoon update says the center of the storm is about 45 miles 72 kilometers west-northwest of Victoria, Texas, and little motion is expected during the next few days. The center says maximum sustained winds have decreased to near 65 miles per hour 104 kilometers per hour. Additional weakening is expected over the next day or two. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 115 miles 185 kilometers from the storm's center. The Hurricane Center says catastrophic and life-threatening flooding is expected across middle and upper Texas until Thursday, with isolated storm totals as high as 40 inches. 10:47 p.m. 10:45 p.m. Harvey also took a toll on U.S. air travel with more than 1,000 flight cancellations, according to FlightAware. Nearly 850 of the canceled flights were scheduled to either depart from or land at Houston's two airports. 9:20 p.m. The Austin American-Statesman reported that Aransas County Judge C.H. Burt Mills Jr. says 12 to 14 people were injured there. 8:44 p.m. A Coast Guard official said helicopters rescued 18 people from boats. Captain Tony Hahn, commander of the Corpus Christi sector, said 2 helicopters managed to rescue the people when it became safe enough to do so. He said they retrieved 3 people from a fishing boat, 4 from a barge and 11 from 2 tugboats. Several boats sank in the port of Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi is the 3rd largest petrochemical port in the U.S., meaning there was the potential for chemical and crude oil spills. 8:42 p.m. One person died in a house fire as Hurricane Harvey roared across Rockport, Texas, Mayor C.J. Wax said. The victim was found after the storm passed inland. Mr. Wax did not provide additional information about the victim. 7:51 p.m. The National Hurricane Center has downgraded Harvey from a Category 1 hurricane to a tropical storm. But officials say they are still worried about potentially catastrophic rainfall that will continue for days. 7:49 p.m. At a press conference, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said there are as yet no reports of fatalities but parts of the state still face up to 40 or 50 inches of rain. He said Texas has expanded its disaster declaration to 20 more counties, and has activated 1,800 members of the military to conduct search and rescue operations, including with helicopters. 6:51 p.m. More than 15,000 people aboard 3 Carnival cruise ships were facing delays or detours. The Carnival Freedom and Carnival Valor were due to dock in Galveston, Texas on Saturday but instead headed to New Orleans. The Carnival Breeze delayed its departure from Cozumel, Mexico to Galveston. 4:43 p.m. Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, says his biggest concern right now is the flooding that will follow the storm making landfall. There's great devastation when the hurricane hit the area, but also our greatest concern right now is the ongoing flooding which will take place. That will continue perhaps for days, and that poses ongoing danger. 3:42 p.m. Pictures are starting to come in now of the destruction in Rockport. 3:03 p.m. Hurricane Harvey's strongest winds are probably over now. The storm arrived blowing at 130 miles per hour and is now down to around 85 miles per hour, but that doesn't mean the situation is over. Texas is experiencing extremely heavy rainfall which is likely to continue for several days. That National Hurricane Center says the flooding that may follow could be catastrophic and life-threatening. In some places the flooding could reach 13 feet. Nearly 10 inches of rain have fallen in the last day across parts of southeast Texas. 1:48 p.m. Donald Trump says he is monitoring the situation in Texas and it is so far, so good. At Chuck Grassley got your message loud and clear. We have fantastic people on the ground, got there long before Harvey. So far, so good. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, August 26, 2017. Closely monitoring Hurricane Harvey from Camp David. We are leaving nothing to chance. City, state and federal govs, working great together. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, August 26, 2017. 1:24 p.m. The sun is coming up in Texas now, giving us our first chance to survey the damage. Here's the scene in Rockport. Roofs of the high school and a nursing home have both partially collapsed. City's courthouse is also damaged along with other buildings in the historic downtown. 1:22 p.m. Harvey made landfall as a Category 4 storm, the second highest on the 5-year scale, but has now weakened to a Category 1, with winds at 85 miles per hour. Category 1 can still be dangerous. Here's what the National Hurricane Center says about them. Very dangerous winds will produce some damage. Well-constructed frame homes could have damage to roof, shingles, vinyl siding and gutters. Large branches of trees will snap and shallowly rooted trees may be toppled. Extensive damage to power lines and poles likely will result in power outages that could last a few to several days. The storm is moving across Texas at about 6 miles per hour, which is not that fast. But a slow-moving storm can in some cases cause more damage than a fast-moving one because it lingers over the area rather than sweeping in and sweeping out. 1:19 p.m. Donald Trump is expected to visit Texas later in the week after the storm has passed. George W. Bush was criticized in 2005 for not heading straight to the site of Hurricane Katrina and instead surveying the damage from the window of Air Force One as it flew overhead. George W. Bush looks at the damage caused by Hurricane Katrina. Credit Reuters. Moni Garcia. Many thought it was sign of callousness to the suffering of the people on the ground. But experts have said since that a presidential visit to New Orleans would have tied up government resources at a time when they were badly needed on the ground. 1:07 a.m. Residents who decided not to evacuate a small Texas city directly in the path of Hurricane Harvey have been told to write their social security numbers on their arms in Sharpie so their bodies can be identified. Patrick Rios, a senior city councilor in Rockport, told residents on Friday to evacuate and warned those who stayed that they should make arrangements so their corpses could be identified. All the advice we can give is get out. Get out now, said Mr. Rios. Those that are going to stay, it's unfortunate but they should make some type of preparations. Mark their arm with a Sharpie pen. Put their social security number on it and their name. Leave town or write your details on your arm, warns Rockport official 0052. He added that rescue workers would not be able to come to their aid once the storm, the largest to hit the U.S. since Hurricane Katrina in 2005, slammed into the Texas coast. We've got first responders available, but once it gets bad, we are not going to put their lives in jeopardy. They will not get help. We will not be dispatching folks that decided to stay, said Mr. Rios, who is also mayor pro tempore of the city. 8:23 a.m. People have posted videos and pictures on social media showing extensive damage to buildings in Rockport, Texas. Unverified reports suggest the local high school has been severely hit while AP reports the Habermaster building has been completely destroyed. Rockport Volunteer Fire Department spokeswoman Jillian Cox told the Corpus Christi Caller-Times that the roof of Rockport's high school has partially caved in. But Cox says social media posts that the school has disappeared are inaccurate. Rockport City Manager Kevin Carruth tells the newspaper that the courthouse in the city about 30 miles 48 kilometers northeast of Corpus Christi also has sustained major damage. Carruth says that a cargo trailer is halfway in the building. Officials about 10 miles 16 kilometers away in Aransas Pass say the Habermaster building along its coast has been destroyed. The Aransas Pass Police Department posted a video on its Facebook page of the building folding up from the high-speed winds. 6:20 a.m. The National Hurricane Center has stressed that the rainfall threat has only just begun, with the region expected to be pounded by the storm for days. 5:56 a.m. The National Weather Service has warned of major flooding in inland Texas as water levels rise in rivers. 5:50 a.m. The storm has taken out 22% of Gulf of Mexico oil production, according to the U.S. government. The region accounts for 45% of the country's refining capacity. Ports from Corpus Christi to Texas City, Texas, were closed to incoming vessels and Royal Dutch Shell plc, Anadarko Petroleum Corp., ExxonMobil Corp. And others have evacuated staff from offshore oil and gas platforms. Fears that the hurricane could cause fuel shortages has seen pump prices reach their highest level in 4 months. 5:39 a.m. First reports are emerging of damage. Among the buildings to have been hit is Rockland High School, and the Houston Chronicle is reporting that some structures have collapsed, with people trapped inside. 5:24 a.m. National Weather Service is warning of the potential of catastrophic flooding as Hurricane Harvey moves inland and across southeastern Texas. In some parts of the state, rainfall could reach 40 inches, the NWS has said. 5:08 a.m. Days of heavy rain are expected, with the National Weather Service has warned that parts of southern Texas could be uninhabitable for weeks or months. Rain is blown past palm trees as Hurricane Harvey makes landfall, credit Eric Gap. In addition to the threat to power lines, there are concerns that the hurricane could pose a threat to the drinking water supply. 4:46 a.m. The hurricane brought a sea surge of up to 13 feet. Already powerful winds have led to power cuts at Corpus Christi, a city of 320,000, and some nearby towns. More outages are expected as the storm intensifies. 4:21 a.m. At around 10 p.m. local time, Hurricane Harvey made landfall between Port Aransas and Port O'Connor on the Texas coast. It is expected to dump over 3 feet 90 centimeters of rain along the Texas coast and parts of Louisiana as it lingers for days. A CNN reporter in Galveston said the city was initially coping well. 3:39 a.m. The U.S. president has, at the request of Texas Governor Greg Abbott, signed the official disaster proclamation guaranteeing federal help. At the request of the governor of Texas, I have signed the disaster proclamation, which unleashes the full force of government help. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, August 26, 2017. 3:13 a.m. The National Hurricane Center says Harvey is almost on shore in Texas. 2:59 a.m. The National Weather Service has set out what damage a Category 4 hurricane can do. Mobile homes are likely to be destroyed, and even solidly built homes can face significant damage. Most large trees are likely to be snapped or uprooted, and vast areas will be left without power and communication. 1:06 a.m. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said too many people are staying put despite being urged to evacuate. He urged anyone with the ability to flee the Gulf Coast to do so, but stopped short of criticizing local officials who haven't ordered mandatory evacuations. Hurricane Harvey. Texas governor warns of very major disaster. 0043 with the hurricane only hours away. Experts fear the time for evacuation has passed. State emergency officials have identified at least 8 counties and 7 cities that have issued mandatory evacuations. More than a dozen others are under voluntary evacuation. However, state officials said they had no estimates on how many people along the coast have heeded warnings to evacuate before Hurricane Harvey makes landfall. 1:49 a.m. Residents of Rockport in Texas have been told to write their names and social security numbers on their arms. The advice has been given to people who ignored mandatory evacuation orders by the town's temporary mayor, Patrick Rios. This would enable the emergency services to identify bodies in the event of fatalities. We're suggesting if people are going to stay here, mark their arm with a Sharpie pen with their name and social security number, he said. We hate to talk about things like that, he said. It's not something we like to do, but it's the reality. People don't listen. 1:23 a.m. Robert Rocha, fire chief at Corpus Christi, has told residents to stay inside and wait for help. People are going to suffer if they go out in this environment, he said. If we follow instructions and do what we are told to do, we can get through this. Emergency services are on standby, Mr. Rocha added. It is very difficult for firefighters and law enforcement to get out and do any kind of work. 1:09 a.m. Hurricane Harvey has been upgraded to Category 4 as it bears down on the Texas coast. The center of the hurricane is about 50 miles east-southeast of Corpus Christi. Winds are strengthening. The eye of the storm could see wind speeds reaching 130 miles per hour or more. 1:46 p.m. Brock Longthicke, the FEMA administrator, has warned people who are in the path of the hurricane that the window for evacuation has passed. If you are in the area and you are going to get 6 to 10 feet storm surges, it is time to find some high ground, he said. Brock Long credits Stephen Savoia. Those in the area are in for a long haul, he added. This is going to be a marathon, because the storm is going to slow down before landfall and stay on top of Texas and Louisiana. This is going to be a multi-day event. It is going to be a significant disaster in the states of Texas and Louisiana, and people there are going to see their day-to-day activities disrupted for a very long time. 1:18 p.m. The Carnival Corporation said that 3 of its cruise ships are unable to return to the port of Galveston, Texas, which has been closed ahead of Hurricane Harvey, Reuters has reported. The Galveston fishing pier stands ahead of Hurricane Harvey in Galveston, Texas. Credit F. Carter Smith Bloomberg. Two of the ships, the Carnival Freedom and the Carnival Valor, will head for New Orleans where they will pick up fresh supplies. Passengers will have the option of disembarking there, but Carnival advised them to not do so and said the ships will return to Galveston as soon as feasible. A third ship, the Carnival Breeze, will extend its stay in Cozumel, Mexico, and begin sailing back to Galveston this weekend, the company said. 1:04 p.m. Staff working in air traffic control towers in the eye of the hurricane are being told to be ready to evacuate. The Federal Aviation Administration said towers in hurricane-prone areas are built to withstand storm damage. But should the winds prove too powerful, the FAA has said staff should evacuate the tower cabs, although in some cases they can work from lower levels. We prepare and protect air traffic control facilities along the projected storm path so we can quickly resume operations after the hurricane passes. Enabling flights to resume quickly is critical to support disaster relief efforts. 8:59 p.m. 8:09 p.m. The National Hurricane Center says Hurricane Harvey has strengthened to a Category 3 storm. Luis Perez watches waves crash again at jetty in Galveston, Texas as Hurricane Harvey intensifies in the Gulf of Mexico. Friday, August 25, 2017. Credit AP. 7:46 p.m. Trump will go to Texas early next week in wake of Harvey, the White House has announced. A statement read: President Donald J. Trump continues to closely monitor Hurricane Harvey and the preparedness and response efforts of state, local, and federal officials. Today, the president received a briefing from Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA Administrator Brock Long, Acting Secretary of Homeland Security Elaine Duke, his Homeland Security and Counterterrorism Advisor Thomas P. Bossert, and his Chief of Staff John F. Kelly. Yesterday, the president spoke with Governors Greg Abbott of Texas and John Bel Edwards of Louisiana and committed to providing assistance as appropriate. This storm will likely be very destructive for several days. The president encourages people in the path of this dangerous storm to heed the advice and orders of their local and state officials. The president's highest priority is the safety of the public and of first responders. Those who ignore evacuation orders could be putting both themselves and first responders in danger. We encourage all Americans in the affected areas to be prepared, including by visiting ready.gov, which provides preparedness plans and important links to information. 7:45 p.m. Coldplay was forced to postpone a concert in Houston scheduled for Friday night as the most powerful hurricane in a dozen years bore down on Texas, the band said. Houston is not directly in the path of the storm, but it is expected to receive up to 20 inches of rain. We really wanted to play tonight, but sitting here all together watching the news about the storm, we feel that we can't ask anyone to put their safety at risk, the band said on Twitter. So, sadly, we will have to postpone. Details about rescheduling and refunding would be published later, the band said. 7:43 p.m. Texas Gov. Greg Abbott is warning people that Hurricane Harvey is going to be a very major disaster. Mr. Abbott said he had asked President Donald Trump for a federal disaster declaration. TxDOT crews install the final portion of a surge wall on TX 361 leading to the Port Aransas Ferry in Aransas Pass, Texas, on Friday, August 25, 2017. Credit Nick Wagner, Austin American Statesman via AP. 7:14 p.m. The mayor of the popular Texas Gulf Coast city of Galveston says the city is expected to be inundated with water from Hurricane Harvey. Mayor James Yarbrough said during a news conference on Friday that Hurricane Harvey is expected to flood downtown streets. A storm surge of 2 feet to 4 feet of water is expected to inundate much of the city, while up to 8 feet could cover other areas. Storm surge is an abnormal rise of water above the normal tide, generated by a storm. He says a leading concern is that high tide will occur on Saturday morning, shortly after Harvey makes landfall, and the water is not expected to recede for 3 or 4 days. Galveston was lashed by Hurricane Ike in 2008 and Yarbrough says a difference is that Ike passed through quickly while Harvey will linger and drop substantial rainfall. He says utility lines and other infrastructure have been upgraded since 2008 to withstand a Category 5 hurricane. Harvey is forecast to become a Category 3 by the time it makes landfall.